Before you press play, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, please hit subscribe on our Immigrantly Uninterrupted channel. It genuinely makes a difference for small independent shows like ours. Hello, and welcome back to Lovely. I'm your host, Mahek, and we are doing something a little different today. So this week, we're dropping an episode from Small Talk with Sheila, hosted by Sheila Kazan, who we just had on Immigrantly, our other podcast. Now, the episode is called These Modern Dating Rules Are Keeping My Friends Single. And I need everyone to take a deep breath before you listen, because she might be talking about you. She might be talking about me. She might be talking about the group chat, because she calls out a few things that I think we can all relate to. Number one is the I must be pursued at all cost rule. Second, the forensic text message investigations, like analyzing every little emoji, analyzing every little thing that they say, which keeps you from progressing the relationship further because you're so in your head about it. And then lastly, the treating men like job applicants energy. The whole time when you're listening, you're laughing, but you're also a little uncomfortable because she's right. You're like, wait, I do this, or do I do this? Do I need to stop doing this? So all of these questions are going to pop up in your head, or maybe they won't, because it'll give you some validation that maybe you are dating a little bit more maturely and you're not falling into the toxic patterns of modern dating. The episode, if I can best describe it, is giving rom-com best friend who tells you the truth with love. And sometimes that's kind of what we need. We need some tough love. Okay, go listen and maybe text your therapist and your friends after some pointers from the episode.
Today, I'm going to talk trash about the mistakes I think my friends are making that keep them in single-ville. Yeah. And before you go crazy, I just want you to know, I actually think my friends are amazing. They're beautiful, they're smart, they're successful. I can list all the amazing qualities about them, yet they're still single. It's the rules. It's the stupid rules that they're following that's keeping them single. I mean, if I followed the rules, there's no way that I would have texted my locksmith who ended up being my husband. Listen, let's get a little trashy today, okay? Let's drink some champagne, let's light a Sheila candle, and let's get into it. All right. The number one mistake that my friends are making is they think there's this rule about needing to be pursued, that a guy has to pursue you. If he's really interested in you, he's the one that's going to pursue you. Okay, my friend, she messaged me that this guy that I think she went on one date with him like a long time ago. But anyways, he reconnected with her and he wanted to go out with her again. And she actually kind of liked him, was like really excited about it. And so she got a new dress, going to get her hair done that day. And they had made these like tentative plans to go out on a Friday night. So it's Friday, new dress, getting her hair done. And it's like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. She doesn't hear anything from him. So of course, all of her trauma wounds, they creep in and automatically she's like, he ghosted me. Ugh, like it's such a trauma. I think we've all been ghosted at one point in our lives. And so it's such an automatic response. But anyways, he ends up texting her at like 10 p.m. And in his eyes, there was like a misunderstanding because she was supposed to let him know about these like comedy tickets they were on a wait list for. But in her eyes, like he really didn't have a lot of follow through. And listen, I get it. Like maybe this guy, like the fact that he texted at 10:30 is a little bit shady, totally 100%. But like she asked me, what would you have done? And I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, maybe if I was really excited to go out on this date with this guy and I hadn't heard from him like at 4 or 5 p.m., I would just maybe text him and say, hey, like, what's up? Just want to see, are we still on for tonight? The point is, we don't have to take it so seriously. I mean, in the beginning of dating, you're just getting to know somebody. So if you're making the first move, that's totally okay. There's not these signals that like a guy is supposed to do to really show you like he's into you. Of course, like there's things in your mind you can go like, oh, this is showing me this and this is showing me that. But if you stay so rigid in the rules of being pursued, you might really miss your opportunity to meet someone great. I mean, I was the first person that texted my locksmith that I felt like we had a connection. And you know what? Maybe if I hadn't made that first text, he wouldn't have texted me and I wouldn't be in this really amazing, happy marriage. Okay, number 2 mistake I think my friends are making. They're overanalyzing every single thing. Not only that, they're sharing everything with their girlfriends and everyone is overanalyzing every single thing. You guys, I just want you to know the beginning of a relationship, like the dating phase of the relationship, is the funnest, honestly easiest part of a relationship. It gets a lot more complicated as you progress down the relationship chain. It's just complicated. Like why are we overanalyzing? And I see girls like they're analyzing the emoji that they sent or how many times they texted or didn't text. I mean, sometimes they are like analyzing a guy on a dating app that they haven't actually met in real life yet. Like, just stop over analyzing, you guys. This is not critical thinking right now. It's just dating. It's just dating. Go with what feels good. You know, if you're really interested in someone or you're kind of interested, just like go with the flow a little bit. I think that's also what makes us very attracted to people is when we're in that like flow state, and dating is the most flowy state that you should be in. Number 3 mistake that they make, which is my favorite, they treat dating like they are headhunting for a role. Yeah, a role for their company, and it's HR, and they are scanning for keywords. Is this the right match? And you guys, while I can see some similarities between dating and hiring someone, it's not the same. It's really not the same. So please, like remove that checklist. This is a great example. It was my cousin's birthday. She had a dinner and she invited me and several of her other friends. I didn't really know them. They were all Persian and they were all single. And so, of course, like dating came up and they started talking about how it was really hard to date all these Persian guys and Persian guys are this and Persian guys are that and whatnot. And I was like, well, why are you just dating Persian guys? And they're like, well, that's our type. And I was like, that's your type? And they're like, yeah, I mean, I didn't even know about this, but there's all these like dating apps just for Persians. One is called Shaytun, and Shaytun literally translates to mischievous, which I think is hilarious. It's like an iconic dating app name. And so I was like, but why? And they're like, well, you know, Persian guy, he's our type. He's going to understand us. We like the way he looks. Our cultures are similar, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wait, that doesn't even make sense. I mean, of course, like, you know, if you have a type, that's okay. But love is a lot more mysterious than that. What if he's Asian? What if he's Mexican? I don't know. What if he's a guy from Oklahoma and he just makes you feel really great? And it made me think of this story of a coworker of mine. She was like dating all these guys and they were just going nowhere and she wasn't having a great time. And this woman asked her out on a date and, you know, she didn't think she was into women, but she just said yes because she was so like over dating these like guys. And she ended up falling in love with this woman. And I still see her on my Instagram. They have 2 beautiful kids and they're happy. Like, oh my gosh, those things don't matter. But I get it, you know? As little girls, we watch Disney fairy tales and the Prince Charming is always tall, he's dark, he's handsome, he lives in a palace, which shows that he's rich. We want that. And yet we don't think about what that means. You know, we really don't think about what does it mean when someone's tall, dark, and handsome? Imagine dating like a super handsome guy, you guys. Of course, you should have attraction to a guy. I'm not saying that. But imagine like this person that's like super, super, super attractive, okay? Like, I don't know, Jude Law, Brad Pitt, Javier Bardem, kind of attractive. Well, you guys, when you go out with them for the rest of your life, every other woman is also going to be attracted to the guy you go out on a date with. Like, I don't know, but I do not have that kind of self-confidence. And then we want these like successful people. And, you know, imagine like dating a doctor, which I did one time. And let me just tell you, doctors can be very arrogant. Just because he was saving lives, he felt like his life was more important than mine. But I digress. That was probably just one example. But anyways, imagine dating like a super like successful doctor or a lawyer. Well, he might not have that much time for you. He probably is really busy and it's going to be really hard to get his attention. And those are the things I don't think we think about necessarily. And I'm not saying like you shouldn't have ideals. I think one of the reasons when I was able to find someone after my divorce, like number one, I wasn't really analyzing anything because I wasn't necessarily looking for love. I just wanted to have a good time. And the other reason is because like I wasn't really fixated on like a specific type of person. I remember what I was like really into before I met my husband is the feelings. I would see men in different situations, whether it was a coworker, my friend's husband, even my own dad, and I would notice what they did. And I would be like, wow, I would feel really good if the person I was with did that. And here's an example. I remember one of my friends, her husband was really good at being spontaneous and taking her out on these spontaneous dates. And I really, really loved that. And I remember making note of it. I mean, there were other qualities of his that I didn't like, but that one quality I really did like. Or there was this stability that my dad has that I really, really love and that feeling. And so I made note of that. And so in a weird way, I was like manifesting what I wanted the guy to make me feel like, but I wasn't manifesting a checklist. This is what I want to say. Final anecdote of all of this trash talking is, okay, imagine I'm writing a rom-com, okay? Girl meets boy, boy is perfect, he pursues her, he does every single thing right, he proposed to her at the exact right moment, not too soon, not too late, they get married, they live happily ever after, the end. Do you want to watch that movie? Hell no. It's boring. It's like, too perfect. And here we are trying to like have this perfect romance when really that's the best part of love, you guys. That's the best part of life is the unpredictability of it, is the messy parts of it. I mean, in the best rom-coms, the characters are messy. He doesn't like her, but then he likes her and she is like swooning over this other guy, but then she realizes it's really him. I don't know, just like all this complication and you don't know what's gonna happen next. And that's why you continue watching. So treat your own life like a rom-com, you guys. Treat your own love story like a rom-com. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try for every little box and corner to be perfect. Of course, I want you to feel like you are pursued. I want you to feel like you're getting everything that you want. I want you to feel like the sky is marking every little checkbox of your heart. Love is not a science. There's no rules. It's not predictable. It happens in very weird, mysterious ways. So let it. Please let it. And to all my girlfriends that are still single, I just want you to know you're like freaking amazing, okay? And I just want you to have fun and I want you to lighten up. So until next time, I'll see you. And if you're out there, you're in singlehood, please just have fun. Life is too short not to. Get to know people. Go outside your comfort zone and maybe you'll find your true love. I know I did.
Okay, so be honest. Did it sting a little? She handed us a permission slip to stop dating, like we're following a policy manual, and kind of just do things that feel right or feel from the heart and, not to overanalyze so much. And this is coming from someone who has absolutely overanalyzed a period at the end of the text. I feel really seen. I hope you felt seen too, and we're doing things a little bit differently. But if you loved this energy, go check out more of Small Talk with Sheila. I think she does this so well. She's warm, but she's sharp, and it's no fluff, no BS. And one more time, because I really, really care about this. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, we would love if you could subscribe to our Immigrantly Uninterrupted channel. If you resonate with our episodes, you resonate with the show and the guests that come on, we would really appreciate it if you could share it to your friends, share it to someone you know that would find the podcast helpful, and have them subscribe to it as well. And all in all, if Lovely has ever made you feel less alone in your own romantic chaos, or as you navigate modern dating, or even if you're thriving in a happy relationship, we hope that you keep subscribing and keep this space alive for us to share all the perspectives that we've been sharing. Okay, that's it. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I will see you next week on Friday with my own personal updates because I have been going on dates. Like always, see you next week for more Lovely. Lovely is an Immigrantly media production. This episode was produced by Sadia Khan and Shay Yu, written by me, Behek. Music, sound design, and editing by Lou Raskin. Other music is by Epidemic Sound. Tune in every Friday for more Lovely.